Well, welcome everyone to this, which is now our 32nd Club 500 draw here at Montrose FC, and I'm delighted to be joined by our sports scientist here at the club, Mr. Chris Simpson. Clap as well.
Thank you,
Chris.
Thank you.
Well, look, not been here very long at the club now. How have you found adapting to working with a group of guys down there?
The club, excellent. The team, playing team, fantastic. They listen, they do everything that's asked of. Really spent a lot of time getting to know them all, which is really positive. And the management team probably couldn't have asked for a better welcome.
Yeah.
In terms of how well they've just integrated me in and just kind of moulded in straight away, which is quite nice.
Yeah, I mean the reality is that for a lot of people, fans out there, they'll probably not really understand fully what your role would be as the sports scientist. I mean, is it possible for you to give us a rough idea of what would be like a week would be like for you, or a month would be like for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So week by week, we train twice a week. Tuesday and Thursday, both sessions are double sessions. They probably don't realise that as well. So our first part of our training night starts with gym work. And then we go on to on-field. So the gym work on a Tuesday is slightly less compared to what we do on a Thursday, but both sessions start with gym work. So we would do all the strength and conditioning, what people maybe will be aware of in terms of just kind of going through movements, loading those movements, and then trying to generate some kind of strength or power. Thursday is a little bit more of a speed focused day in terms of in the gym. And then we have an extended gym session, so it's 45 minutes on a Thursday, and then we'll go into on-field again for another hour and a half session. So both sessions are kind of very similar in terms of time. But
so you're right. I mean, I didn't know that's what their training sessions would involve. So do you have a program for every single player, or do they tend to follow the same sort of thing?
At present, because it's part-time, it's probably a little bit more. It's not difficult long term. To start with, I've gone with everyone the same.
Yeah.
They obviously, a lot of them do things outside, so they're kind of working with those individuals in terms of that want to tap into a few things. And we've put in some things for a few individuals that have come and asked into their weekly schedule outside. The sessions themselves, a few players have got different depending on what current physical state they're in, what current injury state they're in as well. So a few of them do have different elements when they're in the sessions, but the vast majority right now for this first block of 8 weeks that I've got down for, very the same.
Okay. Yeah. And of course your background is pretty diverse, but it's not like you've just been doing football and come into this. It's a lot of different things you've been involved with.
A few different things, jump from ship to ship. Not many people. I fit a lot in. So like background is in lecturing. I've done that for 20 years at Dundee and Angus College. But worked with the Institute of Sport for 10 years as an S&C coach, so supporting what you'd see at athletes that kind of compete at Olympics, Commonwealth, European, World. But currently I work with Scottish Golf with their Performance Academy as their S&C. Work with a company called Trainer. We support footballers all around Europe, from grassroots all the way up to EPL, La Liga, so top leagues across. Wow. So in 3 weeks' time I go to Malta as part of the company, we're going to test the whole Maltese national side from first team all the way down to under 14s. So I'll go across there for 3 days. There's a group of us going to do that, so that's one of the contracts. And then on top of that, I work with figure skaters as well with Ice Dundee. So it's a bit different, but everything just kind of fits in.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing, everything fits in really well. So it's just managing the time.
I mean, it sounds like an amazing job, but I'm not going to lie. So, I mean, how do you get into something like that?
That was down to the S&C. So in terms of degree, I was injured quite a lot in my junior playing days in terms of when I was with Rosalie, obviously local to Montrose and a few other teams, and then because of that I got into more sports science as opposed to coaching, and I kind of took that pathway. And then the opportunities came through becoming an S&C coach or a strength and conditioning coach with the Institute of Sport, and then those kind of opportunities grew a little bit, and I've probably explored more in the last 4 or 5 years in terms of opportunities out there and going into different organisations and working with different organisations rather than staying full time with the college.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm delighted you're here. I mean, to bring that kind of a wealth of experience to our team, I think is fantastic, and also delighted that you feel like you've settled in really, really quickly with the guys.
Thanks so much.
Which
Yeah.
is great. I'm delighted. This is where the pressure starts, though.
This one.
This is the one. So you've got 3 balls that you're going to be picking out, Chris, for us today. First one is for the £500, second one is £100, and the third one is for £50. So without further ado, Chris, if I could ask you to pick out our first ball for £500.
131.
131. And congratulations, the £500 for 131 is David Nichol. £500 for you, David. Well done. Okay, Chris, this is for the £100.
1717.
17. Now, you know how Brian was saying to us that he panics a bit that folk think these things are kind of fixed a wee bit?
I had to
You
stir
know,
it 5
instead
times.
of
He said,
make sure,
yeah,
show that.
Don't put them back in.
Yeah, correct, yeah. Number 17, Brenda Peary. £100. Did that ball feel warmer at your end?
It's a little bit heavier.
Oh, right, yeah.
A little
fair
bit
enough.
weighted.
Right, okay, so it's the last one, the £50 one.
You're going to count tonight, Brian.
That's brilliant, you could write that. Quality.
2020.
20.
It's a bit heavy as well, that one.
And number 20, £50, Davy Larter. David Larter is a winner. Yes, we've had
It
it
could have
before.
been Brian Peary.
Could have been Brian Beatty, you're right. Thank you very much for doing that for us, Chris.
No,
It's
thank
been
you
a
so much.
pleasure,
It's been a
and
pleasure as well.
looking forward to seeing you around the club, buddy.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Right.